We're at the dawn of a new kind of performance, and an organization in the Adirondacks is responsible, in part, for this exciting new kind of play. As you know, going out for an evening of theater where you sit among a full audience of spectators has not happened since March of 2020. Playwrights, performers, and directors are missing that live audience out there, as well as the vital income theater patrons provide. Many theater companies have streamed recordings of older shows, and some have held live readings of plays online. But the Lake Placid Center for the Arts is presenting an evening of a completely new kind of show, the Zoom play. Now, here to explain how it's so different is the Director of Education and Outreach at Lake Placid Center for the Arts, Tara Palin. Hello, Tara.
Hi, Paul. Thank you for having me.
It's our pleasure. Tara, we're seeing Zoom plays happening from different parts of the world now, so it's possible that a few people can come up with the same idea around the same time. But as I understand it, you are actually one of the people who thought of a Zoom play before you'd even heard of the concept. How did that idea come to you?
Oh, thank you, Paul. What really it came down to seeing so many theaters and professionals, and I know trying to do something new in this challenging time and trying to present plays that were written for the stage on Zoom. And I thought, wouldn't it be great if we had more plays specifically written for this platform? And then I started seeing those appearing here and there. And I thought it would be a great idea to put out a call for submissions to get playwrights working on these plays specifically written for Zoom so that we have a lot to choose from going forward.
Well, this seems like an exciting and innovative project. What was the appeal about presenting an entire evening of Zoom plays?
Well, I just thought that with so many actors and writers put out of work by this epidemic and everybody, looking for something to do, this was a great idea to create a whole new way of presenting theater. I mean, it's a whole new world out there, and we thought we should jump up to meet it.
That is a fantastic idea. And what is unique about a Zoom play?
A Zoom play, as opposed to just a film, a Zoom play, if we're embracing the format of Zoom, that means that the characters need to be in separate spaces, otherwise, why would they need a computer and Zoom to communicate with each other? So it's an interesting challenge for a writer to come up with that and to embrace using the platform as it is.
In August, the Lake Placid Center for the Arts asked for Zoom play submissions from playwrights, and you had more than 135 short plays submitted to your contest from all over the world. And I understand you'll be presenting the 4 winning plays and 4 honorable mentions. Now, what kinds of Zoom plays might we be seeing during the festival?
Oh, Paul, you're going to be seeing so many different kinds of plays. We have some really touching pieces. We have a piece that's about an online counseling session, and a father and son are in it. And then there's also a piece that I think is very timely for now. It's about a grandfather in a nursing home and his grandson trying to communicate with him using Zoom for the first time. And that play is called How Do I Get This Thing to Work? So you'll see that we have pieces that range from being very dramatic and also very comedy focused.
Yeah, even that title's a little bit funny. And joining us now is one of the winning playwrights whose work will be presented in the festival, Mr. James Still. Thanks for joining us, James.
Thanks for having me. It's nice to be with you.
The pleasure is ours. Your play, Joe the Rememberer, is one of the winning pieces in this contest. What can you tell us about it?
Well, it's part mystery, part heartbreak, part theatrical, part Zoom. I thought a lot about how COVID-19 has separated people, and especially all the people who are unable to see loved ones in hospitals and nursing homes during the pandemic. And these incredibly private and sometimes last moments of life have been experienced on Zoom and FaceTime rather than in person. So the pandemic is literally keeping us apart, literally keeping us from seeing people we love and people who need us. And we're all separated, and what we want to do more than ever is connect. So we're doing the best we can, and that's a little about what my Zoom play is about.
That's very insightful right now. As someone who has often written for the stage, how does the Zoom element affect your work?
Joe the Rememberer is written to take place on Zoom, which really, when you think about it, is a kind of strange and surreal place. We call them rooms, and we're all in close up and inside little boxes on a screen. It's strangely intimate and simultaneously distant. Zoom seems to promise intimacy and safety, and it's all the ways that Zoom doesn't do that that makes for some really juicy storytelling.
That is going to be fascinating to see play out in your play. You're a professional who has written many plays in the traditional format. Now, way back in early 2020, did you ever think you'd be writing plays for Zoom?
Honestly, no. What's changed is that theaters across the country, as we all know, have been dark since March 2020. And so we've all quickly and nimbly pivoted to making what we now call digital theater. It's no surprise that artists refuse to be silent during a crisis because we will find new ways to participate in the moment at hand. It's what we do. It's part of my job. Now, some of what we're learning about doing digital theater, I hope it will carry forward. I'm interested in being a part of that. We've been asking for years, how do we make theater more accessible? Well, doing theater on Zoom has opened up a new approach to accessibility that might make theater more available to more people, and that's a good thing.
This whole thing, it really sounds kind of revolutionary. It could make a lot of positive changes. And Tara, what does it mean to Lake Placid Center for the Arts to be encouraging the creation of a new kind of performing arts form?
Well, I feel that it's very important to keep theater professionals positive in these challenging times, and to keep their creative juices flowing. It's just like exercising a muscle of any other kind is being, creative and writing and performing. We also feel it's very important to continue to compensate professionals in this manner. So all of our writers, the winning writers got a cash prize for this, and our directors and performers are all being paid a stipend for participating. Theater is always looking to expand its reach, and this is a great way to do it. I think it breaks down a lot of barriers, and if people can enjoy good theater from the comfort of their home, then I think it's a win for everybody.
Well, Tara and James, I want to thank you both for the role you're playing in helping encourage a new kind of performance experience.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
And here's how you may see the Zoom Play Festival. The pre-recorded plays premiere on Friday, February 26th at 7 p.m. and they'll be available for viewing after that as well. For ticket information and more details, head to lakeplacidarts.org.
Spotlight is supported by the Glenn and Carol Pearsall Adirondack Foundation, dedicated to improving the quality of life for year-round residents of the Adirondack Park.